All right, joining me now, Mike Summers, President and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute. Mike, welcome back, as always. You know, I guess if I were angry at the Saudis and OPEC cutting back production 2 million barrels a day and driving up oil and gasoline prices, I don't know that I would end all offshore leasing and drilling and permitting, but that is on the table. And I wanted to get your take. What does that mean? No Gulf of Mexico, no nothing? How's that going to help?
Yeah, this is a really scary time, I think, geopolitically, of course. We're in the worst energy crisis that the United States has seen since the 1970s. And we have an administration right now that is actually considering cutting off development of 16% of America's supply of oil and gas in the Gulf of Mexico. That is actually an option they have on the table. The comment period ended just yesterday. The American Petroleum Institute, along with hundreds of thousands of Americans, have stepped up and said, we need to continue to develop our resources in the Gulf of Mexico. The answer to the crisis that we're in is more supply in the United States, not less. And unfortunately, every policy that this administration has put forward is demanding the American people to endure a continued energy crisis.
But wait a minute, Mike. Wait a minute. There's step two here, as I understand it. They are now looking at stopping exports of fossil fuels, stopping exports, which would, first of all, be a poke in the eye of American allies, especially the ones in Europe that need the LNG. And second of all, would do great damage to the domestic industry and the domestic economy. That's their second idea.
That's exactly right. In fact, I'm here in the state of California today. Yesterday, I just toured one of the most sophisticated refineries that we have in the United States. This is a refinery that is able to process about 360,000 barrels of oil every single day and turn it into the products that we use on a daily basis. That oil comes from all over the world, and we need to be able to continue to get oil from other countries, but we also need to export our refined products. That's how refiners are able to continue to make money and continue to supply the world. The proposal that they have on the table now is to stop exports from the United States. The retaliatory efforts that other countries would take, if that were to happen, would be catastrophic to the American people and would actually increase prices on these products at a time when we're trying to lower prices for American consumers as we're heading into a potentially a recession.
Mike Summers, just to clear up some very misguided thinking, what else is new in Washington, but if you open the door to exports and you make it clear, wouldn't that just increase production in general, which, by the way, would increase jobs and wages? I mean, in other words, it's not less. You'd be producing more, would you not?
Well, and in fact, Larry, we're actually able to point to a recent example of how that works. During the Obama administration, Republicans and Democrats worked together to lift the 70s-era oil export ban. What happened as a consequence? What actually happened as a consequence of that is the United States actually produced 2 million more barrels a day of oil because there were new markets for that oil. It is a free market that it allows this industry to continue to thrive. And what they're actually talking about now is not just a ban on refined products, but reimposing the oil export ban. They're also in discussions about potentially limiting the amount of LNG that we can export. That would put a huge hindrance on American production of both oil, natural gas, and of the refined products that we make at world-class refineries across the United States.
What's the phrase? How to influence people and make friends or something like that around the world? We should be giving them more, not less.
Dale Carnegie, that's right.
Dale Carnegie, yeah, God, I miss Dale Carnegie. Anyway, Mike Summers, American Petroleum Institute, thanks very, very much.